So you move to Memphis and you don't know where anything is yet. You don't want to look completely lost when you get here. You don't want to get completely lost when you get here. Well, that's what I'm going to help you out on this video. I'm going to take you around and just give you a general orientation of where everything is and point out a few hot spots for you and just kind of show you some things you want to be looking for when you get here to Memphis. So I want to dive right into the map and just take you around the area and show you this. So we're going to get it pulled up here on the screen. And here we are. We're looking at Memphis right here. So I got this new setup I'm trying today with this map tour. So leave me a like down there if you like this this tour. If you want to see more in depth, we can do this really in depth with all the areas we're going to mention today. But I want to give you a just this overview. So starting out broad, you got your roads coming here through. You got I-40. Let's switch to the right tool here. I-40 going up to Nashville up there, and then 55 running here north and south. You go down to Jacktown and Jackson, Mississippi. If you go straight south, that'll take you on up to St. Louis. If you go, if that's that, does that look like a STL? I don't know, but St. Louis that way. Obviously, Little Rock over here. You want to go out to Little Rock. You want to go out to the Ozarks. The mountains of northeast Arkansas or northwest Arkansas. You can do it all in that direction. Other more minor highways. You can get down to Tupelo. Elvis, famous for living in Memphis. He was born right down there in Tupelo. You can go down 61 through the Mississippi Delta, stop at Tunica, play the slots, shoot some craps, whatever you like to do down there. If you don't want to gamble, you can do it closer. You can do it now in West Memphis over in Arkansas too. So there you go. That's your broader orientation. So let's clear that out and let's start going around the actual Memphis area here and give you an idea where everything is here in Memphis. Hey, real quick, if you want to see more videos like this, where we actually have a lot already on the channel, you can go check our videos out on the channel where we talk about all these areas you're going to hear about in this video and actually show you the areas. We get out and show you in vlogs. You want to see those and the ones we've got coming up though, hit this right here, hit that subscribe button, click the bell. That way you'll get notified when the videos come out. We've got them coming out every week, y'all, so don't miss those. So let's jump right back into the map. Here we go. Coming on down into Memphis. So let's start kind of with the hot spot downtown. Even if you don't want to live downtown, I think you kind of want to know where everything is downtown, just kind of as a baseline, because it's fun. There's a lot of fun stuff downtown, even if you want to live down there. So right down to the core main thing, and you know what it is. Right through here. I'm trouble with these tools. That's Beale Street. If you've looked at anything at all, if you've even heard about Memphis, you've heard about Beale Street. That's where it is. In this downtown area, kind of close to the river here. That's where downtown is. And right there off of Beale Street, you got the FedEx Forum, and you know what's going on there. The Grizzlies are playing, and they're going to be in the playoffs not long after this video comes out. So if you want to get in town, have some fun, go check out the Grizzlies. If you're coming in town right now, be watching for when these games are. We're going to be, me and Kris are going to be at some of them. That'll be definitely something fun there to check out. Other than Beale Street, there's a few other things downtown that of interest, whether you want to live downtown or not. You've got the AutoZone Park there. You've got what everybody looks for. So straight north from Beale Street, you go right across Union Avenue. You can go to Rendezvous Barbecue there. It's kind of like underneath, like it's a little bit, it's like you're going under the building to where you're going down below to get to that. But that's where that is. And the Peabody Ducks are downtown. Those are going to be right there. You see where it says the Peabody Memphis, right on Union Avenue. And if you come on down south from there, you'll see right here, this is Main Street, running to the South Main Arts District. South Main, there's been a lot of investment there. They've renovated these buildings there. Just a really neat, cool vibe to that area. Really nice coffee shop I like there. That SOB, that's South of Beale restaurant. If you go to South of Beale, or if you've been, I want you to put in the comments, what flavor did you think the popcorn was going to be? I just want to know. I'm not just going to tell you what it is or what it was, but they're going to bring out some popcorn. It's kind of, like you get chips and salsa at a Mexican restaurant. They're going to give you popcorn. So you're going to see it. I want you to know before you tasted it, what flavor did you think it was going to be? Because it did surprise me a little bit. But I mentioned Rendezvous Barbecue. That's good. Everybody wants to try Rendezvous. But that day-to-day spot, if you're going to be working or living downtown, or really, they've got locations all over Memphis. They've got this right here, Central Station, or I keep wanting to say Central Station. Central Station's right here. Central Barbecue, right there, just off from Main Street. That's a really good one to try. And that's the one to go to all the time. And look, if you have a afternoon, go get you some barbecue, then walk right over here to Wiseacre. You know, you got a whole afternoon planned out right there for you. You're welcome. You can stop watching the video now and go enjoy your afternoon with some barbecue and try all the different brews they got at Wiseacre there. Other things, though, real quick, though, just everybody, I think if you've lived here, if you're visiting here, if you're going to live here, you definitely want to check out the Civil Rights Museum there. Just a lot of history here in Memphis to get us to, you know, from where we were 60, 70 years ago to where we are today. It's just, you know, it's crazy looking back on that, but it's something that you know, everybody I feel like needs to see, you know, especially if you're going to be living. You need to know what's been going on in the town. But you got other stuff too. You got the Blues Hall of Fame, the Rock and Soul Museum over there. One more thing real quick, back to Beale Street. You've got the BB King's Blues Club. That's, you know, everybody sees it. It's right on the corner there. It's hard to miss. But something that a lot of people don't know about there is right above that, there's a restaurant called Itabina. And went there for an anniversary dinner a couple years ago. And I wish I had video of this. I'd have to go back. Every time I go by there, I think I need to get a video of this, but I forget. Maybe there's a photo. If there's a photo, I'll put it up here so you can see it. But to get to the restaurant, you kind of go around the back side of BB King's Blues Club and up some stairs, and it's really not super obvious, especially at night, that you're in the right spot. So, but Itabina right there above there, if you want a really nice dinner, great food, pretty cool atmosphere. You got like the light coming in from outside, like the neon lights on Beale Street. So pretty cool there. And I guess since I'm back over this town, you got to think about the Orpheum too. You got like Broadway style plays going on there, so it's really, I mean, it's a big deal there in Memphis. So other things too, you know, different little events, people, acts, things come in at the theater there as well. So a lot of stuff going on there. Well, just tons of great food. I could sit here and just name off all the restaurants there. Tons of great food down in Memphis. You want one a little bit more low key. There's another one that's let me get my bearings right here. There you go, the Blue Monkey. It's not too expensive, but the food is good, and it's a really neat little spot. You definitely want to go check that one out, the Blue Monkey. The Blue Monkey, though, is right next to over here. This is kind of generally what I'll call the South Bluffs. If you've watched the channel very much, if I can spell, you've seen us mention the South Bluffs. A lot of really cool homes in there. You got the single family homes, you know, more zero lot line, smaller yard, but nicer size house homes in there. You've also got some condos. Right in here, you know, you got the lofts right there. You've got some apartments here too, right next to that, and you've got some other condo buildings and neat stuff. It's kind of all up in this area. So you like that condo living? You want like an old building that's been renovated, and some of them are really cool. Even if you don't want to live in them, it's really neat to go in there and just kind of check them out. You see like the huge wooden columns at the bottom, and then you get up to the top. You go all the way to the top floor, and they get a lot smaller. So just a lot of neat stuff to see down there. And if you've heard of Memphis, you probably heard of Memphis in May, and that is usually taking place right over here at Tom Lee Park. And they've been doing a lot of work at Tom Lee Park, so it's kind of been back and forth. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to be at Tom Lee Park this year. I'll have to look in that for you and see. And look, it's either it's going to be at Tom Lee Park, or I'll put here where it's going to be this year. But that's coming up real soon. Memphis in May, a lot of events, music and barbecue and all kinds of stuff that going on with that. So that's where that typically is. If it's not this year, I believe it'll be there next year at least. So keep that one in mind if you're going to be coming soon. Moving north a little bit, the famous Memphis Pyramid. And if you don't know, it's Bass Pro Shop. That's what's in the pyramid now. It used to be some other things. The Grizzlies used to play there, and you know, it even sat vacant for a few years, and they came to put a Bass Pro Shop in it. So yeah, it's hard to miss that. Something very unique for Memphis. You got the Bass Pro Shop, but right across the water here, we drive across the bridge to Mud Island. It's not an island. You can see it does connect up here, so it's really Mud Peninsula, I guess it should be, but it's Mud Island. And you got the Mud Island Park down here, which it's underutilized. But this little section right here, they've got like a cool little model of the Mississippi River you can check out. Some little open areas. There's a Memphis sign. You might see it in some of our older videos. You can see the Memphis sign down there with Memphis spelled out. And then right directly to the north of that, you've got Harbortown. Now this part all up here through Harbortown, that is all residential. And then right in here, you've got kind of a little downtown area that does have some apartments, but you've also got some restaurants there. The last time I was in here, I was on a diet, so I had a crispy chicken salad here at Paulette's restaurant, and honestly, y'all, it was really good. You know, I probably need to get back on the diet, but even if I don't, I might go back and get that again. You got a really small but really cool little grocery store here. They've got a pretty big wine selection there too, so that's one to check out. Other cool stuff that you can't see because of these these lines getting bigger. You've got a zoom back in for you got a Montessori school there too. So a lot of neat little things there in Harbortown, and you're also right next to the park whose name we butcher all the time on this channel, and that is the Greenbelt Park. And I'm zooming in and out here, but that runs all the way up through here with a lot of trails and just fan. You know, if you go, I would say go at sunset. Like, go right at sunset, because you got the bridge, the big M bridge down here. It's actually, you know, if I'm gonna scribble on that, how about we do this? You got the big M bridge right here, and it lights up with LEDs. And so if you catch that right at sunset, you got sunset coming across the water there, and you got the M bridge getting lit up too. So it's really nice, and it's just you know, come hang out there. I mean, I like to go up there and just go for a walk down that and go all the way down and back. So if you got some time, you like to go out and just go for a walk, it's a good place to do it. Other things right here close to downtown before we move on out a little bit, you've got a lot of the medical industry going on here. We've got St. Jude, obviously, is a big name for Memphis, and they're investing a lot here close to the Pinch District in this area. You'll see the cranes and the things they're building there. There's also some cranes you'll see down here closer to Bill Street, kind of in this area right here. So when you're coming, you see there's definitely a lot of investment coming into Memphis, and it's cool to see. But you got the other things here. You got Le Bonheur, you got the Methodist University, the VA. So if you're coming here to work for those, you know, that's just say generally right in that little area there. So if you're to zoom back out, that's where you got to get. You're pretty much going to downtown if you're going to be working there. Get rid of that so that doesn't block us as we go around here. But let's move on out to Midtown. Now Midtown over here is kind of a collection of stuff. You got a lot of stuff going on in Midtown, a lot of different unique areas that each have their own vibe. You know, Central Gardens, pretty stately older homes there, and it's I mean, just beautiful homes there. Honestly, drive through that if you like older homes, older nice homes, you can check that out. Over here on Cooper, you see you got Cooper and Young here. So that's the Cooper Young area of Memphis, and it's a totally different vibe than what you get over there. And I'm sure there's people of all ages there, and you can enjoy it at all ages, but it's kind of a much younger feel there for that part of Midtown. But the core of Midtown, of course, you can't talk about Midtown without Overton Square right here, and of course Overton Park going up that way. Lots of great little neighborhoods tucked in between here and there. So bigger and small communities. Really goes all the way up here, kind of over this way, over towards Crosstown, the Crosstown Concourse. I'm gonna actually pop up right there in the corner, and if you don't want to watch it now, come back here or go find it on the channel. This is really cool. You know, I've been here doing this channel for over a year before I even realized this was here, and we went and I was just blown away by it. So that one's something really to check out. But right over here, Overton Park, kind of a jewel here, I feel like, of Memphis in general, but definitely of Midtown. You got the Memphis Zoo, which takes up a huge chunk of it there. You got a golf course down here as well. I'm not a golfer. I don't play golf a lot. I couldn't tell you if a course was easy, if it was hard. I can tell you if it looks nice or not. But Kris says this is a pretty easy course to get out in and enjoy. So there you go. If you like to golf and you just want to kind of have some fun, check that one out. Easy to enjoy there. But you got like a really wooded area like this area right in here that I'm drawing on there. That's really wooded, and you've got trails that kind of crisscross through the woods. So if you want like a in-town hiking experience, you do it right there at Overton Park. But if you want a paved, very similar experience, you can walk right down that outer loop there. And lots of little smaller wildlife. Last time I walked through there, I didn't see any bigger stuff. I thought maybe like some deer or something. I didn't see any, but tons and tons of squirrels and different kinds of birds, and It's crazy that you're like right in the middle of the city walking around that. But you do want some more wildlife, definitely the Memphis Zoo, y'all. It's one of the, well, honestly, it's probably the best zoo that I've ever been to. Now, I haven't been to a lot of zoos, but I've been to a few, and it's the top of the list of the ones that I've been to. And you know, the Overton Park Shell is here too. When we did a video, let's see, have you watched our older videos? Have you been in Memphis? What was it called before it was called the Overton Park Shell until very recently? If you go look at our old video, you can see that it actually was a different name. But that's Midtown there. There's a lot of cool stuff in Midtown, a lot of cool different neighborhoods with each their own kind of vibe. So I would suggest just come to Midtown and drive around and check it out. It's a cool part of town. They have the saying is Midtown is Memphis. So you can see that on bumper stickers, shirts. There's an archway somewhere in there, if it's still there, that says that. So Midtown is Memphis. So there you go. And going on east from there, you're going to get to the very creatively named East Memphis. So we're rolling into East Memphis over here. And East Memphis has some pretty prestigious upscale neighborhoods. You get in an area here where you can find some estate homes. You can also find really starter homes, like in the 200,000-ish price range. So all of that's there. You start to get into some of the more, like the mainstream brand shopping, like the Oak Court Mall here. You got some big box stores and things, like, Home Depot, all that kind of stuff. Getting down this way. The way you'll know you're in Midtown, though, I'll tell you, the easiest way to see it are these towers, which I'm showing you right here. The towers here, you got the iBank Tower and the Clark Tower. Those are right here on the map. But you can see those from a good ways away, and that's kind of the center. That's kind of where everything is, right there in that area. Other things of note, right over here next to this golf course, right in here, you've got the botanical gardens there. So another neat thing to check out there in Memphis. And since we're going on out this way, I guess we'll head on out to 240. So again, back to the roads. You got 240. You've heard me and Kris mention the racetrack around Memphis. That's it. So get ready to throw it in gear and drive around there. You don't want to go slow around 240. You need to get where you're going, or they're going to push you where you're going. But you don't need to get on 240 if you're going straight down Poplar to Germantown. And you'll see here you got some more shoppings. You got a Target and a Best Buy right there. You've also got a Hilton. So if you want to stay in Hilton, they got like in that one, it's got like big, just the whole wall is the window. And when you look at it, you can see it's a big glass building. So kind of a unique view that you'll get there if you get a higher up room. But you can go on out to Germantown. You got your high-end shopping. You see you got your Trader Joe's. You've got your only Apple in the whole area, Apple Saddle Creek right there. Your only Apple store. But of course your Whole Foods, Lululemon there, Brooks Brothers. There's a lot of your higher end shopping is going to be right here in Germantown, and a lot of your higher end homes too, upscale homes, $1 million homes, and honestly, it can be difficult to find things under around $400,000 or $500,000. Now, hopefully, as we go into the summer, some more inventory comes on. Maybe you'll find some stuff around there like that. So if you want to be in Germantown, Germantown's a hot spot. It's one of those that pops up on a lot of these lists as being the number 1 or number 2 suburb of Memphis. So Germantown is actually, it's going to be a suburb. So everything over here we've been talking about so far has been in the city of Memphis. Germantown is actually a suburb. Collierville, if you go on, Collierville is another suburb that's been growing a lot. And you might be able to find a little bit more affordable homes there, but still going to be on the higher end relative to the area as a whole. Beautiful little downtown area there in Collierville. And right over here, close to both of those, you've got another big shopping area with your Costco, Sam's Club over there, and then another one over here. Y'all, shopping is in, there's no shortage of shopping destinations all around Memphis. And before we work up to the north side, let's look over back to the south side a little bit. I mentioned Elvis a couple times. Now back over here, he used to hang out right here. If you want to know where Elvis used to go eat, it's like a peanut butter and banana sandwich. I haven't tried it, y'all, but the arcade restaurant, I have been to the arcade restaurant. I did not try Elvis's signature dish. I wasn't up to it that day. Now, but of course, if you know Elvis at all, you know Elvis lived at Graceland, so big complex over there on the south side of Memphis. And you know, I've heard it said that you can tell if somebody's from Memphis or not by if they've been to Graceland, and if they've been to Graceland, they're not from Memphis. Tell me if you disagree with that in the comments. I've heard that said. But right there next to that, you've got the airport right here. And of course, you keep on going down too much past that, you're going to end up in Mississippi, in South Haven, and more shopping down here too, the tanker outlets, if you cross that line down into Mississippi. And coming on back up around here, now that we touched on that a little bit, an area that the last time we did one of these orientation videos, we somehow mysteriously left out, and we had a lot of people ask questions about it, but that is going to be right generally over in here. Don't take this as the exact line, y'all, because this is not at all, but it's pretty close. This is going to be the Cordova area. Let's jump in a little bit. Now my letters are going to look different here, but Cordova, emphasis on the core apparently with the way I'm writing this today. But Cordova, right in there, really popular area with people asking about. Haven't had a ton of people move there that have reached out to us relocating with the channel, which, since I mentioned that, if you are somebody who is thinking about making a move here to the area, maybe that's why you're watching this video or watching the Moving to Memphis channel, take a second real quick, take this number down right here, because we love making the videos. We love it even more. We can help you make the move here. I am a licensed real estate agent in Mississippi. Kris is licensed in Tennessee. You can call us, text us. You can email us right there at the email below that. Whatever it takes to get in touch with us. We would love to help y'all out making the move here to Memphis. But let's jump right back into the map here. Cordova. Cordova's in a good spot, and I know I overstepped my bounds a little bit because, well, I guess I'm pretty close here. You do have the Wolf Chase area here, which I'll say is part of Cordova, kind of bordering up against Bartlett here. So that's, you know, is it Bartlett? Is it Cordova? Technically, I'd say it's on the Cordova side. Of course, Cordova is not a suburb. Cordova is actually part of Memphis. It's kind of like it is a suburb or was a suburb, but it has been annexed by Memphis, most of it. Check out the video I'll pop up there. We did talk about that a little bit. That's one of the unique things there. If you want to be in the Cordova area, but you maybe want to save a little bit of money on taxes, you can do that in Cordova if you get in the part that's not annexed into the city, kind of over on this side over here. But let's get rid of that. Oh, and did I mention Shelby Farms Park, y'all? Shelby Farms Park is not the right thing. Shelby Farms Park is a huge park here. It's a beautiful park. Trails, the lake there. They've even got buffalo at the park. So you want to see some neat stuff. You want to just get out, ride a bike, get on a kayak on the lake, just lay out by the water and enjoy it. You know, you can do that there. Shelby Farms Park is another one of those jewels of Memphis, jewels in the Memphis crown at Shelby Farms Park. It's, you know, if you're living really anywhere in this area, you're probably going to want to check out Shelby Farms Park pretty frequently. That's all I got to say. But coming on up around there, you do have Bartlett. A lot of great stuff there in Bartlett. If you're looking for two more affordable homes, you can get those, and you're close to downtown. You're right here on the interstate. You're close to all the shopping. Nicer and higher end homes too. Don't want to say there's not. There's really a good spectrum there in Bartlett, but we've been able to help people find. I should say Kris has been able to help people find some good affordable options that people have liked there in the Bartlett area. If you continue on up I-40, though, going out this way, you get the Lakeland and Arlington areas. These areas, I think, are set to just boom and honestly explode. They are going to be growing a lot. They've already got a lot of growth going there. Cool little downtown spot in Arlington. Nice big development over here in Lakeland, right here at the Canada Road. I can find it on here. Right in this area, you've got the Lake District. Sorry, I almost lost the name there. But you got the Lake District there. So they've had some trouble recently, but I believe that will still come along. I think it's in too perfect of a spot, because right on down, you get me switch colors here. You're gonna get to the blue oval, and that's of course the Ford. Look how terrible my handwriting is. Well, the Ford Blue Oval Center. You know, here you can see the place is huge. It's massive. Every time I go out there, it's just like it's gotten bigger. It seems like, but it's It's a huge deal there. Massive investment from Ford, building electric vehicles, a new electric truck they're going to be building in there. But that's going to be bringing in, that may be why you're coming. Let me know in the comments, are you coming because of Blue Oval City, indirectly or directly? I'd like to know. I'd just like to know who's coming from there. And since we're talking about that, we're on this side of town. Let's talk about how y'all can save some money and find you a affordable home. And right around, let's say roughly about through here, this is going to be Fayette County. Up until now, most of all this that we've been talking about over this way has been Shelby County. Okay, so Shelby is where Memphis is, in that bottom southwest corner of Tennessee. That's Shelby County. And if you jump over here into Fayette County, though, you're going to save a good bit of money because the taxes are a good bit lower there in Fayette County. Sometimes it could be, double or triple over in Shelby County, especially get into the city of Memphis, versus, the same price home in Fayette County. Not to mention that you can get a much bigger home, or maybe on a lot of land. And pro tip, if you want to be close to it all, you can hit this area right here. And it's kind of, if you look it up, the area actually kind of is like this and kind of runs over here into Shelby County too. But this right here, this little part of that, and I might need to start doing some erasing, but this part here is that Eads area. So Eads, you may have heard of, we've done a video on it. It's right there. You can find acreage lots if you're looking for a lot of room to spread out. You want, the smaller lots probably are an acre or two. Then you get up into the 20, 30, 40, 60 acres, that you can find homes on there in that area. And then if you're maybe not so much needing that, you don't mind being on a little smaller lot, but maybe you want something affordable and you want to take advantage of those Fayette County taxes, Oakland might be a spot for you to look at because they've got some new construction out there that they're building. I know D.R. Horton is already building out there. I think they might have some Meridian homes out that way too, but Oakland is another one set up to really grow with the Ford Blue Oval because it's not very far to get up there to that from there. Somerville also, and then there's some smaller towns around here. Stanton, Mason, I think, is doing a lot to try to court some development along with Blue Oval. But you got all that going on there. And then kind of going up this way, you've got Tipton County. So here on the south side of Tipton County, you've got Mumford, Atoka. Those get more rural, but a lot of new construction development going on there too. So, really, again, if you want new homes without paying a lot of money, that's the thing about Memphis is you can get a lot for your money here compared to what you can in some of these bigger metro areas. So you got that there. As you're getting pretty far out away from Memphis and Covington. If you're looking at Covington, though, Kris can definitely help you with that because he actually lives up here close to this side of town. So makes that pretty easy. But coming on back into town on 51, you got Millington here. Now Millington, a lot of y'all have been calling us about Millington. Millington has a lot of development coming to the area. I think like a $300 or $400 billion or worth of developments that are coming to the area in Millington. And let's do some erasing here so I can actually show some stuff in Millington. But Millington has got a good bit coming right here. You've got the Navy here, NSA Mid-South, right there. So if that's what you're coming for, put it down in the comments, and go check out the channel too. I don't know how many videos I can pop up here. I think it's 2 or 3 is the limit. But we've got a video all about if you're gonna be PCSing coming here to the NSA Mid-South in Millington. But even if you're not coming for that, there's like I said, there's tons of development coming to the Millington area, and it's going to be a hot spot. Also, because of, again, Blue Oval, because talking to some people involved, they're going to have a parking ride where you can come park over here, and they'll take you on a shuttle all the way out there to the Ford Blue Oval. So all that is going on up there. I guess before we get done, we'll cover the things outside of Tennessee a little bit more. You do have South Haven down here, and I want to point this out. If you see this right here, you see the line of these runways. And if you're driving up 55, you start seeing them somewhere around here. You start seeing the planes, and so here you're having planes come over you all the time. You're also seeing that a little bit up here, kind of coming over into Midtown. By the time I think you get up past Overton Park area there, it's not so low. So if you don't like planes, you know, that's something to think about for those areas. Personally, I love it, man. I get out there, I'm sitting here trying to take pictures every time these planes go by. I don't have it on here, but I got the camera. I'm trying to get some close-up shots on these planes just because I think I hit the wrong button there. But yeah, y'all, it's something to think about there. But you've also got some shopping. You do have some more affordable homes in that area, and then you've also got a lot of growth, especially I feel like even over here in Olive Branch. Olive Branch has probably been the one that's been growing the most. I think you've got a little bit of room to grow on the infrastructure there. They've done that on some of the major roads, but some of the minor roads are really minor for all the growth and development they've had there. So that is something to keep in mind. But there you go. I think that's going to cover it for the most part, y'all. I know I missed some things. You know, it's pretty much impossible for me to do all of this in one video and cover every single detail that we can, and that's why we're going to keep making these videos on the channel. So make sure you do subscribe so that you don't miss those videos when they come out. We'll get into some of these areas more in depth, just like this. If you like this, again, drop me a like if you like this style of video where I'm just kind of taking you around and kind of giving you an idea of where everything is. And if you want me to go more in depth on an area like this, tell me what areas. Hey, we don't know what to do unless you tell us. But y'all, this is just the first video. Like we said, you should watch this one first if you're going to be moving here. The next one, if you're making that decision, is going to be this one right here. Let me see. We're going to pop that up right there. Check that video out. We're going to tell you all about the pros, cons, good, bad, ugly, everything you need to know about living here in Memphis. So check it out. I'll see you there.